Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the build of our bat van. So last time in the video I told you when you see the cabinets next, they'll look totally different, and they do. So I do have them sitting right here. Let's take a look at them. Alright, so we have finished actually the build of the cabinet, and I went ahead and laminated surface on here. So we've got a nice black laminate surface on the front, on the bottom, and on the sides, or on the ends. And also the false bottoms here that were put in. That way we can get to our lights and wiring, and we can also stash things in there. Out of sight, out of mind. We do have both sides completed, and our next step is to go ahead and cut for our doors. So I have 6 doors to make for these cabinets, and then we'll go ahead and prep them for our hinges, and then we have some slam latches that we'll be installing on here. So let's go ahead and get set up and cut the wood for our doors. Alright, so we're going to be using the Bloom hinges, and this is not a soft close, but it will hold the lid open, and we're using slam latches, so slam. Alright, that should hold it in place. Now, to drill our holes, we're going to use a Kreg tool, and I purchased this the other day to help make these holes, because I'm not going to do it with a Forstner bit. Anyway, these are pretty cool. They have little settings here for the back to measure the distance from the hole to the edge of the wood, and in this case it's 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch. So I place this on here, clamp things in place, drill the hole. That hole should be 1/8 inch offset from this back edge. It does have a bit that comes with it and a collar. You slide the bit in here, put the collar in, tighten the set screw, and that gives the perfect depth. And then you'll put this in the chuck of your drill, attach that in there once everything's clamped down, drill it in, and then once you finish that, then there are 2 16th inch holes here that we will go ahead and pre-drill for our holes on our Bloom hinge. Alright, it's all easier said than done. So now we're going to set this up, and I'm going to make this flush here so it'll be about 4 inches to the center of the hole, and I'm going to put 2 per door, so I think that's going to work really good. We'll get those clamped in place, get these drilled, make sure everything is fit nice and tight, and then we'll take and laminate this side. Once that's laminated, then we can go ahead and paint this side, and then we'll finish the edge. So that's the ticket. Let's punch some holes. Now once the holes are drilled, we take our hinge, we set it in our hole, and we are perfectly centered to put in our screws. So we'll do that after everything's laminated and painted. We can call it good. Alright, so I have quite a few holes to drill. We'll go ahead and get those finished out, and then we'll start laminating. That'll be the fun part, and then we can get that trimmed out, flip it over, and start painting the back sides. Once all that's dried, then we can do our edges. I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. Let's do it. Alright, now that we've got all of our holes drilled for our hinges, now we're going to go ahead and put down our contact cement and laminate. So let's get it going. It's going to be fun.
You didn't hear me?
I didn't hear you.
I thought you would have heard me, and then I saw you still like working. I was like, he didn't hear me.
Ooh, come over here. Give me a hug. What are these? Look down here.
Oh shit, you're making a video.
I am. That's my
Howdy.
boy. Alright, now that we got everything laminated up, it's time to do a little bit of trimming. So I've got my router, trim bit all set, depth. Now we're just going to go ahead and go around these, get these trimmed up, and then we can paint the back sides, get the hinges on, and get them installed. Let's do it. Alright, now it's time for a little bit of painting. Okay, so now all we do is wait for our paint to dry. And once the paint is dry, then we can go ahead and put on our banding around the edge, and then we can put our hinges on and get things installed on the cabinet, make sure everything fits and works properly. Then we can install the cabinets. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, now I've got one piece left to put the edge banding on, and show you what this stuff is. So this is a PVC with a glue backing, so it's an iron-on, and I got this off of Amazon, and it's the worst stuff I think I've ever worked with. why they used a white glue on this black. Yuck. Well, you're stuck with it now. See what I did there? White glue. Stuck with it. So after you get it on and then start trimming, you got this white line in certain places around it, but I've already got 5 done, got 1 more to do. I think it's minimal, so I think I can live with it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this last one done, then we can start installing the hinges. I hate this stuff. This is the worst crap. I'd have been better off just painting the raw edges black. Alright, well, next time we know not to use this stuff. So we'll take our long pieces first, I think, and lay that out, set it where I think I need it, start touching it with iron. And when this stuff gets warm, all these little holes that are in the bottom of your iron imprints on this PVC. So yeah, don't like that either. Looks like an octopus got a hold of it. And then once the edges are on, I trim the ends. Now we can trim this piece here. I don't know if you can see that, but see all that white glue on there? Yeah, I don't like that. Alright, so I've got the 2 ends to do, and then trim those out, and we'll get the hardware on. Alright, that's about as far as I'm going to get today. So our next step is to put on the hardware, and I'm going to go ahead and attach the doors onto the cabinets themselves, get everything lined up, and make sure everything fits, works, looks good, you know, all that good stuff. And then we'll install the cabinet. So that should be next time you see me. That's what we're going to be doing. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, sticking it out this far, and stay tuned because we've got tons more things to do. So thank you, and so we'll see you next time.